private session, and I'm going to be seen publicly, but you're going to be seen only privately. So that's good. So we'll be talking. So just you resume everything, but you just know that you only I can see you. So that's good. It's
Okay.
good. Exactly.
Oh, my face that bad?
Is better than ever. Better than ever, indeed. It is our Afro Economics 9 a.m. members only meeting. And I thought, since we've got over $1 billion coming to coming to the table tonight. That's what I heard anyway. That's what I heard, that there's $1 million coming out tonight. Possibly. And no, I don't play the lotto. Mr. Robinson asked if Mrs. Robinson played. No, I didn't. So Mr. Robinson's gonna have to go out there and do it. That's gonna be our only chance because I don't really ever. So he's gonna have to do it. Now that I'm married, half of it's mine. Somebody needs to tell him. Somebody needs to tell him if he wins, right? Right, King Hollis? Yes, indeed. Thank you to
Yes.
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh, yes, that's one of the joys of marriage. You get to share. And good morning, Michael Robinson. Yes, indeed.
Good morning.
Yes, indeed. Good morning, Mr. Wynn. Yes, it is a great day. You know that I didn't know that nobody has actually won the lottery since like April. And it made me think about how often, I mean, I guess it's not often, but there are several
Morning,
times,
beautiful family.
good morning, Mr. Wynn, that there are times that people actually come into lump sums of money and they windfalls, we should call them, and they don't know what to do with their money. It could be from like a job, so at work, where I've seen throughout my career where people have worked at a job 30 years, 40 years, like 40 years, yeah. And they get to the end of the job, and the job will say, if you would like to leave your job, we'll give you this lump sum of money, or you can take this payment for the rest of your life. And it feels kind of like winning the lottery, but it's not. And I try to tell people, when you get this lump sum of money from work, please tell your family members it's not like winning the lottery. But then, really, winning the lottery is not like winning the lottery because you still, like people at work, have to pay your bills. You have to pay the tax man. So when you get this retirement lump sum, you have to pay the tax man. But what's surprising to me was when I've had clients or people that I've met, and they receive a settlement because of a lawsuit. Like I had a young lady that I met because of a malpractice medical lawsuit. She was doing a surgery. Someone was giving her a kidney, and the hospital was negligent. So the kidney transplant did not work. So she was going to die. She survived the surgery, but she was going to die. So they had to, I mean, how do you come to a settlement that you're going to die? They, have deemed you terminally ill because of their negligence. So they gave her multiple $1 million settlement. But I discovered through working with her that she had to pay back all of the money, all of the money she had to pay back to Medicaid that she had received during the time of taking care of herself, during the time of waiting for her money to come from the settlement of the negligent medical lawsuit. So sometimes people are going through this medical malpractice or some personal injury, and you're thinking, I'm going to get, all this money at some point, and you're excited because you have all this money coming. Or even worse, people can't pay any of their bills, and you have this lump sum of money coming, Miss Davis. Good to see you. And
Morning.
and and you have this lump sum of money coming down the road, and you have to figure out, how do I live while I'm waiting for this lump sum of money to come down the road? It's, really devastating. So when I thought about this topic, it's like, oh wow, this is fun. Hey, somebody's going to win this lotto tonight, maybe, because nobody has really won since, April. It's been building up. Nobody won earlier this week. Somebody might win again. Somebody might win tonight. If they decide to choose the annuity option, and then that means that they choose to take payments over time, it will be $1 billion. If they choose the lump sum, it will be much less. So when you receive lump sums, like say you're at work and you have this offer from your job, and they say, if you take your pension over time, this is the monthly check. If you take your pension in a lump sum, this is the amount that you get. And the lump sum looks very exciting. But the challenge there is the discipline that it requires in getting that lump sum and how you manage that lump sum. But what happens when you get that lump sum, the most important step that you take is the team of people that you bring around you that help you make the right decisions. And I see you shaking your head. Yes, King Hollis, right? Who do you surround yourself by to help you make the right decisions with this money? And so I would say the first step is, when you have a windfall or when you have financial decisions to make, why doesn't the team involve getting a financial advisor close to you? When people bring people on television, why don't you call me? Like, when the lottery winner goes up there, why don't they ever say, I gotta call JB Bryan? I gotta get that Afro economics lady involved. I would say, like, in throughout my career, like, the lotto winners call, but it's like pretty much way down, like they're almost broke by the time they call me. They've made so many mistakes, Mr. Wynn, that I'm trying to help them recover. Like everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're worse off than my, worst regular client. And that's sad. Like, if they had just considered talking to me at the beginning, and there was absolutely no way that I would try to hunt down a lottery winner off, Star. I'm not gonna try to call, you know what I mean, down to the Virginia Lottery and say, hey, tell that lottery winner they need to call, me, because do you know how many calls they're getting? I'm not soliciting like that anyway. I'm not cold calling. So any financial advisor that's cold calling is already on a new person. They're not an experienced advisor. You know, I'm doing everything I can because I've been in business so long to make sure I take care of my clients that I have. So if you're getting calls from some advisor, on what type of level is that advisor on? Like they're calling you. They have time that they're calling a list of people. How new must that person be? I mean, how like who? I mean, really, how experienced can that person be that they still are not in their business where they're not getting like anybody that's calling them at this point? Like, so you're getting a call. Like, I mean, yes, but really, we all know when you're an experienced advisor that that lotto winner is getting a whole bunch of calls, you know what I mean, from someone. And if you've been in if your advisor on this level and they don't know anybody or they're not calling anybody or you're not calling, why should I? Like, you know what I mean? Why should I call? Like, and if it's like, you know, why should you? When they're not reaching out, you're not taking the step to get the help and build the team that you deserve. You got in order. I mean, it's like if you were going and you were dating and you were dating, right? And you were dating and you wanted to find the perfect person for your life. And you were, you know, this, you know, I don't know, like just say you were a woman and you were looking for, you know what I mean, the perfect man for your life. Would you really want the guy that was all over social media looking for women? Like, you know what I'm saying? And he just was like, hey, girl, hey, girl, hey, girl. You know what I'm saying? Or would you like the guy, you know what I'm saying, who was taking care of business, who was just out there taking care of business? And you were impressed with him because of how well he was just taking care of business, how he was living his life. So, as a person, when you come into a windfall, you should select your team based on who are the professionals that are taking care of business already. You should already have in mind. Like when I meet people all the time and they say to me, JB, I can't wait because I want you on my team. It is amazing though. People like they are already like saying in their mind, I'm going to be calling you. I went into an event the other night. This lady was like, look, I'm calling you because I'm preparing for my retirement. Me and my husband walking into the event. Just like this lady is preparing for her great event, for her windfall. You have to claim what is happening and who is going to be on your team. You have to have your table. This is the financial advisor that I want on my team. Not, just so I don't know, some random person called me. I was on television and I received this lump sum and they called and I just went on and did it. And you know how many people do that? And so do you know anybody that they know? Did you get a referral? Does your auntie know them or do they so and do you have any connect? No. So building your team is vital. And the second point, stop telling your business and avoid going on television anyway. You shouldn't be standing up there with your big check anyway. You don't need to be out there exposing yourself. When you do that, you're just marketing for them. That's not doing anything for you, but making you an advertisement for people who don't know what they're doing and giving them leads on who they want to go try to rob. That's it. That's it. You have already established your team based on people who you know are taking care of business. So you protect your privacy by you saying, I'm coming down there, and no, you can't take my photo. No, I'm not going to hold up the big check. No, I'm not going to do that. I don't need to be on your television station, and I don't need a public relations opportunity to let everyone know that I just won $1.02 billion. You know, it doesn't need to be shared. And I will be putting together my team of people, and I'll decide if I want that in a lump sum or if I really want the annuity payment after I talk to my people. And then that's how you roll. Your privacy in your financial matters is so important. Who in the world actually tells all their business like that? I mean, really, when people get their lump sum from a malpractice lawsuit, they don't have to go out there and tell that. Who tells it? Who tells it? They have to go to the courts, and the courts, because it was settled in court, the courts have like the amount of money that it was settled in the courts. But you can go to the say it will say it was settled out of court, or it was settled privately. Like you can, many businesses will say, oh, it was settled, out of court, so that you can have that right to privacy. And you can ask for those things. But if you want and you can't reach an agreement out of court, you go to court, and they will, because of their inability to make you happy out of court, they will have to be publicly humiliated for what they did to you. And that is bad on the company's fault, because that will smear their public opinion. And but that is the only time it's because it became a public matter, because it had to go to court. But on, private matters like your retirement settlement offers that are given to you and things like that, that's your private business. So when you are given, these the lottery, and you win, you don't have to go out there and share that private information. So definitely make sure you make it your personal business to protect yourself. We have to make sure that we go out of our way to say a big part of how I'm going to prepare for my way of being prepared for any lump sum, any windfall. I know that we're saying, like I've seen people, even when they go to a casino, and they'll put it on social media about that they won these thousands of dollars at this casino, and they'll put it on social media. Why help that casino get business?
They put it up on billboards. They take a picture and put it on the billboards now.
Make them do that. But when we put it on social media, you're marketing for them. Now you got them additional customers, because now you've told all your friends that casino will pay out. So they want you to do that. And I wouldn't help them not make one extra dime. You're helping them make business. And also, you're telling people your personal business. And you don't need to. And you're also putting yourself up at tax risk, because that's how people, like, if you don't have your tax situation together and you don't make sure that you report those winnings on your taxes, because now you have made it a social, you have made it a public issue, as with, for example, 50 Cent went on social media talking about how much money he had made in a particular investment winning. So when he did his taxes, he did not report that he had made that much money in an investment gain. So the IRS said, if you made that much money, at what time are you going to pay us for that investment gain? And he had to backtrack, and he had to pay a fine for misleading advertising. You have to be careful, because he was paid to promote this. He was trying to encourage people to do a crypto, but he had not actually participated. So he was encouraging something, but that he had said he had made money on it, but he had not actually participated. So they were like, if you did this and you made this money, where's part? So if you go on and you say that you made this money and you don't report the money and pay the gain and pay the taxes, then you're setting yourself up. So, be aware that when you're bragging and you're putting something out there that I made this big windfall, that you better report it as because it's a taxable event. Follow through. So also make sure that you realize that it's when we do these things, that you're also going to receive a lot of new requests to give. You're going to receive, if you get a windfall and it becomes public, you're going to have charities that are going to be asking you to donate a lot. Then friends that are going to ask you to help them a lot. You're going to have cousins and family members that are going to ask you to help them a lot. So I don't like that term that people refer to, the black tax. I just feel that it is our reality. Have you heard that? They talk about that the cost of being black, that that we help each other. It's just our reality that we have. We're more likely to be sandwiched. Research just shows that we do have more of us have a generation above us that need our financial help, and we're more likely to have a generation below us that needs our financial help. That to call it a black tax, I don't know. I don't think that's appropriate. It is just our reality. And so when you come into this additional dollars and you are public with it, be prepared that the needs that exist in your family are going to become more obvious to you, because they're there. You're going to find that people that you thought didn't need. You're gonna, I thought that, you're gonna be like, I thought they had more than me and things like that. You're gonna begin to say, and they always look like they had everything, and everything. You can't judge people by what they have, because sometimes people have a lot of things, and that makes things even harder for them. Often people who have less responsibility and less material things, that makes their life a lot easier to manage. So, the don't, just realize that by, your windfall should be your blessing. So the more private that you make it, the easier, things will be for you. And I am making this, I am speaking it into existence for you, because it is very highly likely that if you don't win this big lotto tonight, you know what I'm saying? You are going to have a situation in your life where you do come into a large amount of money. You may sell a property. You may come into an inheritance. You may sell a business. You may um, retire with a lump sum. You may, these things happen more than you think. And being a financial advisor, I see it a lot. And the hardest part is is like not freezing. It's like, it's just the not getting stuck, because if you don't have an action plan, it will just happen and you'll just get stuck. You have to have okay, this happened. Now I need to make sure I have regular meetings with JB, Crystal, so that we'll continue to move forward in my action plan of making sure that everything that I need to do gets accomplished. Because if not, like, things just can happen and you'll just get stuck, and you'll freeze, or God forbid, all of you get your windfall, and then family or events just drain it away. And the next thing you know, your windfall has fallen away, and it's just gone.
You're
Because
right,
it,
JB.
right?
You're right.
King Alice, right? And because
I saw that happen. I saw
King,
that happen to several people.
King Alice
And
says
that's the
he's seen
family.
it happen. Yes.
Yeah, the family was nickel and dime them to death. And when they turned around and looked, they was out of money.
Yes.
And I saw some people parting the money out. So therefore, if I won the money, a lot of people, I'm gonna put it this way, a lot of people ain't gonna know.
Yes.
Because I'm not gonna tell you.
The more private you are, the less you have to worry about that, right? Like, because then they won't have to think, oh, this tragedy happened. Let me call Uncle Richard. This happened. Let me call, Mr. Johnson. Oh, this, they were not going to call upon you and make you feel bad. Like, one, member, she was telling me about her, she had a family member who was 17,000 behind on their mortgage. And she said, I had it in savings, but should I give it to them? And I said, you're a single woman, and these are two grown adults who are 17,000 behind on their mortgage. If you catch them up, they're just going to still lose the house later. If you catch them up, and then without getting a lien on their house or taking over that house for them, and you don't live there, that it's a bad financial move for you approaching retirement. Just because you can does not mean you should. No, no, double no. And it's awkward, and it's offensive. Like, and I also had a client whose parent called wanting money from the child who came into a lump sum. And I said, you tell your parent that I'm offended that he's asking, that I'm offended, and that he needs to do whatever he can to find the money another way. But this is your money. But get it, you know what I mean? Figure it out. But this is your money. And he probably still got it from her, but I was, you know what I'm saying? I was just like, I'm offended. It's just only because he knew it was there. And she wasn't raised by this person. It's just unnecessary. But just because they know you have it, and just because you have it, you should not spend it just because you have it now. But because you have it now. See, when people not been broke, they don't know what it feels like to be broke. I know what it feels like to not have money. See, when people don't know what it feels like to not have money, they don't, they haven't done it. But I don't want anybody to know what it feels like to not have money. I don't want anybody to ever feel like that. And I remember feeling that feeling, and I said to God, I said, dear God, give me strength. I don't ever want to be broke again. And at which time I got the website refusetobebroke.com, and I made it like an anthem. You know what I'm saying? Refuse to be broke, refuse to be broke. And to me, the only way to not be broke is to work your ass off. Some people come into windfalls. I don't come into windfalls. I've always had to work. I've been working my ass since before legal age. Before, like, you know what I'm saying? Just work. But those of you who come into windfalls, I'm telling you, it will leave you, and they will leave you alone as soon as you don't have no money no more. And the only person you'll be able to talk to is me. And I'll tell you, I told you they'd leave you alone when you don't have no money no more. Now you and me are left here with you ain't got nothing left, and I'm still going to help you figure out how to get some more. And the only way to get it is you're going to have to work. So welcome to the club.
JB, that's so true. I have a question. If you win the lottery and if you take the annuity over X number of years, 20 years, if you die within that time, does the balance go to your heirs?
I'm pretty sure it does. I'm pretty sure it does. Like, they have to pay it out to someone if you choose that. Yes.
And
Exactly.
Teddy Pendergrass or Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, they had a song about when they lost all their money, all their friends were gone.
It's true. Truer words have never been said.
You're absolutely right.
Isn't it the truth? Isn't it the truth?
And then if they borrow the money from you, and then you ask for the money back, well, I don't owe you nothing.
Oh, exactly. But one thing they do, look, Rosita, the only thing they do though, Rosita, they'll leave you alone though. You know what I'm saying? They'll leave you alone. They'll leave you alone so you can work your ass off and get some more. You have to worry about them coming back though. That's the only thing. You'll be at peace so you can work. You know what I'm saying? Just put your head down and work. Goodness gracious.
You give them a little bit of money, 125 hours. They don't pay you back, then they don't come back.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
You know? Then you don't worry about it.
And you ain't gonna worry about it no more. Exactly.
I did that to a lot of nieces.
Exactly.
They don't come back to me for no more money.
Exactly. They feel so bad.
They look at my face, they owe me.
Exactly.
Gotta test them. Gotta test them with a little bit.
Exactly. Exactly. And they think it's a lot, though. They think it's a lot. They think they got everything. It's everything. Oh, it's that. You got to make sure they think it's a lot. Oh, 125. God, 125. Here's 125. Okay. Giving 125. They never to be heard from again.
That's right. Not to come this way again.
It's so sad. What were you going to say, Rosita?
I was just gonna say nobody wants you when you're down and out.
Nobody. Look. I say, don't bend over, because all they'll do is get on your back. Just ride. Just get on your back. You think they're pitiful? They think because you're pitiful, like my daughter used to do that. My daughter used to do that. She used to be like in the store, she'd be screaming and yelling. I go, girl, ain't nobody gonna help no little black kid. Keep on screaming. She'd be like, ah, ah. I go, look, they are not going to help you. Just keep on screaming. Ah! She was just going for it. I go, watch this. She would be going. I said, they not gonna help you. She's going. They just ignore her. We just walk on out the store. She was looking around like, golly, they're not gonna move. They are not going to move. And I'd be tearing her hand up though, because I'd be acting like I wasn't really doing anything. I was squeezing her hand so hard. We'd be like, that's the thing about having a strong mother, boy. I'd be tearing her up. I'd like, girl, you better get up. Let's go. Boy, like, my goodness. And I'd just be chilling. It looked like I was like just smiling. I was tearing her hand up. She's like, it was like, this woman is squeezing my hand. Don't y'all realize it? No, let's go. No, we're not buying not one near thing. Let's go, black child. But it was funny to me because she used to always think like, oh, they're gonna, if I cry, they're gonna help me. No, they're not. Let's go. We cannot cry our way through, but we definitely have to make sure that we prepare to protect yourself. Do not draw attention unnecessarily to yourself at any point in your life. Really. That was amazing to me. You saw that movie? You know, I mean, like on any level. On any level. But that American Gangster movie was like amazing to me when they were like saying that guy, Lucas guy, and his wife like convinced him to wear that great big chinchilla coat. And they said, well, who was that? And it was over for him. And it was like, he was like doing all this crazy illegal business. I mean, like flying airplanes and everything, bringing drugs and caskets and all this stuff, like all through the 70s. And then he wore one crazy expensive coat to a boxing match, showing off. And that was it. Isn't that something? He was doing airplanes, black man, all over the sky, but showing off with a chinchilla coat or whatever. And that took him down. Unnecessary attention to yourself. Trust yourself. He knew it was stupid. It was like, I'm not going in there with a stupid chinchilla coat on. I'm not showing off like that. Don't show off. So those are the keys. like, look, pay your taxes, but just know, like, if you win, you're gonna have to pay your taxes. So get your team together. Tax planning on everything is vital, but then decide properly. So don't accept anything. Don't sign anything on anything. You know, it just amazes me how many times people sign things and then they talk to me afterwards. I go, I wish we had talked before you signed this. Oh yeah, I should have talked to you. Like, look, talk to me before. And then at least you get like another opinion before then we go like, yeah, we should get a lawyer involved here. Like, you know, and then we get on another level, but definitely don't, you know what I mean? Sign something that we should, you know, we can talk it through, but let's, you know, talk it through. Get our, you know, so we can get our team what we need to do. Plan every move that we make. You all have a wonderful day. This afternoon at noon, the Afro Economics Business Network is about, you know, agility and, you know, how to move your business at the same time, how to have the ability to protect your business. So I want to kind of look at the difference between a Muhammad Ali and a George Foreman. You know, that Muhammad Ali knew how to move, but George Foreman had the ability to take a punch, you know, and to have that, have how to have both qualities in our businesses as entrepreneurs, how to protect yourself and build your business up so you can go through bad times and good times, but also how to make sure your business is flexible enough that it can make quick moves and avoid punches. So that's today at noon. Today at noon, is your business a champ or a chump? What are you? I'm a champ. Miss Davis, are you a champ or a chump?
Oh, I can be both of them. It just depends. It was, I can swing high and I can swing low. So, you know, there's a time it's necessary to be both, you know.
Never a chump. Never a chump. No,
It's okay to be hard and soft.
never, but never a chump. Never a chump. What you say, King Hollis? You're a champ or a chump?
Champ.
Champ. Champ. That's right. Always a champ. What you say, Miss Wilson? You're always a champ, right? Always a champ.
A champ.
All day
And
long.
I'm interested in the comparison also with George Foreman and Muhammad Ali. George Foreman, although he may not have had as many knockouts as Muhammad Ali, he was successful with business.
Yeah, right.
Billionaire with many different types of business.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he did. He did. Exactly. It's all in the grill. I'm just joking. He did. He was. He was. Exactly. George, maybe because he had less wives.
Mhm.
Maybe George is a little bit more focused. I don't know. Is he still, George is still alive, right? Yeah, I think George is he's still hanging in there. Yeah, George. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. George. They're both champs. They're both champs. Yes, indeed. Miss Davis, you a champ.
You know,
You're a champ.
sometimes both.
You're a champ.
You know.
Don't make me come over there and beat you till you say it. I'm a champ. I'm a champ. Say it. Say it. Have a good day. I'll see y'all at noon,
Oh,
and I'll see you at 11.
JD, do we meet today, you and I?
Yes. See you at
11.
11. Yes.
Okay.
At 11. Because I got to beat you down. Have a
Oh,
great
it
day,
ain't that
everybody.
serious.
Deuces. Love you, King Hollis.
Yeah.
Take care. All right,
Have a
y'all.
good day, King Hollis.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
Have a
right.
great day.
Hey,
Yeah.
Y'all let
JB,
me know.
JB.
Bye.
Y'all
All
do
right.
Hey,
All
Debbie.
right, Ms. Walton. All right, Stimmy. All right. All right. All right. Okay. I see you, Rosita.
So
Love
it's
you
going
all.
for a while.
Bye-bye now. Take
Bye-bye.
care.
Thank you, baby.
Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.